Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody out there. May 5th, NBA playoffs, round 1, game 7. Let's get this thing rocking, right? We got an early start in this one as well. 10:10 out here in Phoenix, or 10 o'clock, 10:10, 1:10 Eastern time. So Magic and the Cavs, 4-5 seed in the East. Only game left for the first round, and then we start getting into some second round matchups as well. So let's look at a couple things here in this game here. First of all, Cavs favored by around 3.5, about $1.60-ish on the money line favorite, and then also total 194. So we don't expect neither team's team totals at 100. If that gives you a little bit of help there to kind of decide what to do as well. Magic have shot the ball like absolute dog doo-doo in Cleveland. They had a chance to win there at Game 5. Couldn't pull it out. Game 6, even though Mitchell scored 50 points, the Magic did what they were supposed to do, which is actually make some damn shots. They can make them at home. They can't seem to make them in Cleveland, right? So kind of torn on this game. I'll be really honest with you. This was one of the harder handicap games. The Magic, I think, have more firepower right now, but they can't seem to make it work on the road, and they can't seem to beat better, teams of equal value on the road. I think this series was pretty evenly matched overall. We do have some series tickets on the Magic. I'll let you know that ahead of time, but we're actually going to go with the home team here in this one. It was a hard one. I mean, we looked at this game for multiple hours on this one, trying to figure out any other edges we could find. Donovan Mitchell's point prop is at 28.5. That's a ton. Garland was at 18.5. That's the ton. They got Jarrett Allen in there for like 15, 16 points. Don't even know if he's going to play or not with that rib injury he's got going on. And then you get to the Magic side. I mean, all their stuff went up as well. It's amazing how these point props are getting so high, but the totals keep dipping. You have to keep an eye on this when we're watching these NBA games. We got a total of 194. They're not expecting guys to be going off for 30-plus, maybe one dude in the whole game. But they're not expecting guys to go off for 30-plus. So keep that in mind when you're making your bets. I don't think this is I think the total, to be really honest, is pretty damn close to where it's going to finish. I think the game's in the 90s here. 95, 90, maybe 98, 92, something to that effect. But I think this game's tight all the way through. I think the Magic will play a little bit of bully ball to kind of keep this thing as tight as possible. But, that's what we're going with the Cavs, though. It's not my. I tell you this much: if you were on the Magic in this game, I would not blame you. Or if you said this game smells just funny, I don't want no part of it. Or if you're just playing Cavs money line, or I don't blame you at one iota on this one. But we are betting with the Cavs -1 in the first quarter, -2 in the first half, -3.5 for the game. So then we went to the player prop market on this one. Evan Mobley over 12.5 points. That's the lowest prop I've seen on him all series long. Evan Mobley 1+3. Jalen Suggs, he's been fantastic in Game 6. I do not expect him to keep shooting like that. So we're going to take Suggs under 12.5 points, under 1.5 threes made as well in this one. We also like Banchero under 37.5 par. That is a ton, folks. That's like 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. That is a monster line for a Game 7 where there's not supposed to be a lot of scoring. Darius Garland, under 28.5 par. He's got to score 18, 19 points to have a shot at that. We don't think that one's coming in. If Jarrett Allen does play, though, we do like him for 2+ blocks in that one, but that ticket would be void if he doesn't play, so just keep that in mind there. Paolo Banchero, we mentioned him under 37.5 par. We also like over 4.5 turnovers. Game 1 and Game 2 of this series, he had 17 combined turnovers, so need him to get 5 to cash this ticket. And Donovan Mitchell, over 3.5 turnovers as well. I think we're going to see a ton of defense in this matchup, so unders are probably the best way to go. You might catch a few guys that score over their point total. I like betting overs as well, but this is going to be an under. It just feels under-ish all the way through. So we're going to run through those bets one more time. Game 7, round 1, Cavs Magic, right? So Cavs -1 in the first quarter, -2 in the first half, minus 3.5 for the game. Evan Mobley, over 12.5 points and 1+3. Jalen Suggs, under 12.5 points, under 1.5 threes made. Paolo Banchero, under 37.5 parts, points, assists, rebounds combined. We also like Banchero for over 2.5 turnovers. Darius Garland, under 28.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Jarrett Allen, if he plays, 2+ blocks, and that was pretty big plus money on FanDuel. I think it was like plus 270-ish. So good money there on that one. And Donovan Mitchell, who we hadn't mentioned yet, over 3.5 turnovers. Honestly, we looked at his point prop and threes continuously. I know he had 50 in the last game. He's not... I will fall out of my chair if he went for 50 in this one. It means he's probably going to score over half their points. Not to say it's not possible, because it is. But, I mean, he had a great shooting game. Not from 3, but from 2 range. A lot of mid-range and layups. Do not expect the same thing out of him here. I expect defense to be at an absolute premium. A lot of turnovers in this one as well. I just, a lot of nerves. Game 7, trying to advance, yada, yada, yada. Magic haven't been there in a minute. Cavs got beat last year by the Knicks, so they haven't got out of the first round. See a lot of defense, a lot of tense stuff, a lot of bad shots. So not a lot of easy shots are going to fall in this game. So that's for May 5th there. Obviously, we've got a couple more series. The second round series, Pacers and Knicks are going to be on Monday night. We think that's going to be a barn burner, so make sure you come back for that show tomorrow. Also, Mavericks Thunder on Tuesday night. We think that series is going to be awesome. To go with like the Knicks and the T-Wolves and the Nuggets series. Those Western Conference semifinal series, I think, are going to be 2 of the best series out there to watch. So make sure you come back here every day, check out what we've got. So at the end of every show that we do have a link to, in the comment section, you'll see a link to our Google Sheets. That is a link to all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what juice we got those at, what book we placed them, and then the result, obviously, once they're all finished up there. So make sure you do check that out when you get some time. Well worth it. We are volume better. You kind of need it as a reference guide if you want to see everything we laid down. And if you want to, also, if you could subscribe or follow to whatever social media platform you're watching us on, TikTok, YouTube, or any of the others, makes life really simple to find us. And once you hit that subscribe button or follow, we'll be in your subscriptions tab or followers tab. Every time we lay down an episode of new bets, you'll get that sent to your reel there. And if you want to make life even easier, make sure you turn on notifications, especially TikTok and YouTube, as we do go live 4 to 5 days a week. So you can make sure you check out everything going on in the betting community on a nightly basis. So make sure you get that done when you get some time as well. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.